Welcome to the Hilton Head Livin podcast. I am your host, OT Gibbons. Our mission with all of our content is to make sure you have the best time in Hilton Head. All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, and everything you need to know to get the most out of your time on the island. I am joined as always by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hi.
On this week's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about things to do this weekend in Hilton Head. We're going to be talking about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. And as always, we're going to answer the people. But before we get into all that, if you could please rate this podcast wherever you're listening, or if you could like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching, that would really help us out and we'd really appreciate it. So with that, Jess, what's going on in Hilton Head this weekend?
Washington Square in Bluffton is hosting a block party on June 19th from 4 to 7. And there'll be live music, food, and you can do shopping at the stores there and bring a lawn chair or blanket to enjoy the show. Don't miss the DJ Allen Family Show underneath the Liberty Oak Tree in Harbortown on June 20th from 8 to 9:30. And there'll be hula hooping, a game show style contest, and a dance party. The Outside Foundation is hosting a Celebrate the World Oceans Month at Locals Only Tap Room on June 21st from 12 to 8. It's a sustainability fundraiser that will include raffle prizes and food, and it's all to help protect the local environment, which we love. Cool off with Bluffton's Jump into Summer event at the Oscar Fraser Park on June 21st from 9 to 12. And there'll be kids' activities such as water slides and bounce houses and live music, which sounds like a great time for kids. The Beach Bum Triathlon will take place on June 21st at Coligny Beach from 8 to about 10. So if you want to go watch and support, or just to know if you're going to go to the beach there that morning, that there's going to be a lot of activity and even more people there. Lastly, there is jazz in the park on June 24th at Lowcountry Celebration Park beginning at 7:30. It's a free event to attend, and bring lawn chairs and blankets and whatever else you need to enjoy the show.
Okay, so that's everything going on this weekend in Hilton Head. Let's go back to last week and talk about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. So Jess, what'd you do last week?
I'm so excited to talk about it. It's a bucket list item. I've been wanting to do it for so long, and I ended up being better at it than I thought I would be. And that was a surf lesson with Native Sun Adventures. And you meet right in front of the Dunes house in Palmetto Dunes. And you start off with a little stretching, warm up on the sand. And then with your boards on the sand, you learn how to get up. We practice that a couple times. It really doesn't take that long. And they take you out in the water and you get up. I actually got up a bunch of times and fairly close to trying it too. So that was very exciting. Although then watching it back, it didn't look as good as I thought I looked on it. And yes, the waves are small, but they're perfect for learning how to surf. And there are little kids there too, but there are a bunch of instructors. So once you get out in the water, each instructor gets like 1 or 2 people. So it was me and my friend with an instructor. We weren't necessarily with the kids. So it was like we were having our own little private lesson. And Byron is amazing. All the instructors they had there were great and informative and was so fun. I was a little afraid about what was going to be in the water, but once you get out there, you don't even pay attention to it. I wasn't even thinking about that at all. Although at one point we did have to get out of the water. They called everybody out of the water because they called it shark bait. It was a huge school of fish that were swinging by, so there could potentially be a shark, which my instructor actually saw it really far off before they even called it. So he kind of warned us we might have to get out for a little bit. But it was so fun. I'm so happy I got to do it. They do all ages. I think he said from about 5 to 80. So don't be afraid to try it out because it's so much fun if you wanted to try it. And then did you do anything? You were pretty busy with work.
Yeah, we were pretty busy this week, but I went to check out the Coligny Summer Music over at Coligny Plaza, right there at the center stage, the theater right there in the middle of Coligny Park. And we saw the Javon Daily Show for kids, which was really fun. They were out there, everybody was having a really good time, and that was really enjoyable. That was on Wednesday night, but I know he plays a couple nights a week there, and they've got music basically every night of the week. If you are looking for something to do, somewhere to take the kids, that Coligny is always awesome.
Yeah, they have music. It's 6:30 to 8:30 at night, right in the middle there. And this was great for kids. They had kids up on stage. They were participating. They had little maracas. They were singing along. It was really cute.
All right, and as always, we're going to answer the people. And the question we've been getting asked most often lately is about the public beaches in Hilton Head Island. And these are the 5 things you need to know before heading to any of the Hilton Head Island beaches. And trust me, number 5 is a game changer.
So just to name the public beaches first, I'll kind of go from south to north. There's Alder Beach, Coligny, Berks, Dresden, Folly, Islanders, and Fish Hall. So I would say Coligny is the best for family-friendly beach. There's the tiki hut. You can eat there, listen to live music. There's volleyball courts right in front of the tiki hut also that people play on. And then across the street, there's Coligny Plaza, which has tons of shops, restaurants, a little pirate playground. So there's tons to do there. But it also gets very crowded. So if you want a little less crowded, I would suggest Berks Beach. It's a little less crowded there, but they also have Chaplin Park, which has fields kids can run in, a little playground, basketball courts. So there's still stuff to do there. And then Dresden Beach probably has the most parking. So if you don't want to deal with the hassle of parking, I would definitely suggest go there. It is metered parking, but it's a huge parking lot. And then I would say Islanders Beach probably has the best playground. Most of the parking is for residents, but they do have a bunch of metered spots too. And they have a great playground area for kids, lots of swings, slides.
And the bathrooms close to the beach. That whole setup right there, right as you get onto the beach, is really great for kids. It's all like right there. Short walk from the beach.
And then Fish Hall would probably be the best adventure. It's probably the most naturey. You can find shells there. They're more just oyster shells, but usually the other beaches you can't find any type of shells at. And then at low tide, you can see for so far out the ocean bottom, which is really cool. The beach itself isn't as big, but it's great for walks. It's great to take the dogs there also. And you can even search for maybe some shark's teeth there at the bottom of the ocean at low tide or some other shells.
I mean, it was like 500 yards. Like I walked a good 500 yards from the beach at low tide. Like you can really walk out there. It is so cool, so neat to look back, and very cool experience. Definitely worth checking out.